Hello, Toolkit Masters. Fantastic to have you here. Welcome to Q&A Thursday. Yet again, it comes around quickly, doesn't it? But it is my favourite day of the week, so I am really, really pleased to have you all here. We've got a jam-packed Q&A Thursday this week. We've got some really interesting things to share with you. And the reason we're going to share the things that we're going to share is because we've had a whole new load of people come on to the new Unlocking Portal and Team Leader Toolkit and join us on their leadership journey. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to reiterate all the things that you guys have as being members of the Team Leader Toolkit. So all the different things that you have access to, the resources that you can download, all the things that you can watch and learn from. So we're just going to reiterate those things, and you know, those people that have been with us for a while, it may be, you know, a lot of this, but there might be some gems that you can pick up along the way. And for those that have just joined us, it might be just a reiteration of what we've got. So really, really excited to have you guys here. So before we start though, before anything else, I'd like to make sure that that people can see and hear me. So what I'd like you to do when you get the chance is to just write in the bottom right-hand side of the page that you can see and hear me, and that would be great. Let's see. Let's make sure. Okay. Right. Sam's with us. Thank you, Sam. So you can see and hear me. I'm hoping that's the case. All right. Okay. All right. So we're going to start. So really exciting stuff, as I said to you. So I've got some slides that I'd like to share with you and show you what we've got on offer for you during this whole 12 months or more that you're going to be with us on this journey. So without further ado, I'm going to share my slide share with you. So let's get this going. We'll start this and we will move to the next. So so first off, I want to thank you to say that you guys are awesome. Thank you for joining us. You're not going to regret it. This is something that we think is really going to help you guys in the future. So really, really happy that you can be here with us. And I think it's something that, you know, you can come back to. You can keep coming back to it and keep, you know, determining what you need from it. So there's people take different things. So there's some leaders that I've spoken to who really love the downloadable tools that they can hold in their hands. Some people really love the Q&A Thursdays where they can see me live and they can answer any questions that they want to. And there's other things that they can do as well. So I just want to say thank you for taking the chance and having a little crack at doing this. So you're awesome. All right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so what have you got? So what have you unlocked? So now you're part of you're on the leadership journey. You're a toolkit master now. We're on this journey together. So there's 5 main keys that you've unlocked as part of this journey. The first one is the secret Facebook site. So if you're not on there yet, get onto it. It's called the Unlocking Portal, and it's only for members, only for our Toolkit Masters. So only members that are in the Unlocking Portal doing the same program that you're doing. So you might be at different modules, but you're certainly going through the same journey. So it's really worth getting on there, sharing your thoughts and insights. I put up there if there's any new tools that are getting uploaded. You get invites to the webinars. You can replay the webinars, all sorts of stuff on there. So if you're not currently on there yet, get onto the secret Facebook site. We've got the Unlocking Portal, we've got the Tool Suite, you've got Expert Secrets webinars or interviews that we've done, and we've got live coaching like today, the Q&A coaching like we have today. So there's 5 key areas that's going to be really, really cool for you to get into, to immerse yourself into, and to ensure that you're leveraging as much as you can from the program that you're involved with now. All right, so let's move on because I'm going to go into those in a little bit more detail now. So as I mentioned, the Facebook site is a closed secret Facebook site for you only. So only people that are doing the unlocking portal, only my toolkit masters have access to this. Now, there is another Facebook site that's open to leaders, and that's called the Team Leader Toolkit, and that's open to any leaders that want to come in and have a bit of a chat about leadership. And I think that's just, you know, enables us to build our community to even wider. But the unlocking portal is the secret one that is specifically for you guys. So come and join both. You know, come and join both. If you want to talk specifically about the program and your insights, successes, anything that you want to ask, come into the unlocking portal. If it's anything about leadership in specifically or any of those, then you can go into Team Leader Toolkit Facebook site. So there's two options for you there. And I would suggest get onto both because they've all got great stuff in there. All right, what else have you unlocked? Well, let's have a look. So we've already mentioned it, the unlocking portal. So now you would all have access to the unlocking portal. It houses all the modules and it houses the membership site. So all 12 modules are in that unlocking portal, as well as the tool suite and the replays for the webinars. So you will have now unlocked, if you've just started with it, you've now unlocked all the introduction videos that tell you step by step what everything is involved within the program, as well as module 1, which is Discover Me, which we'll talk about in a bit. So that's the unlocking portal, and you guys have access to that right now. What else have you got? The tool suite. So the tool suite is awesome, and a lot of people have told me how this has really, really helped them out. So the tool suite is there for 24/7. So you have access to that from day one. You don't have to wait till you get to the Crucial Conversations module before you can download those tools. You can download them now. So you can download discussion planners and all sorts of things. So let's have a look at what sort of tools are on offer there. Oops. So examples of some tools. You've got the feedback tool there. You've also got, this is the difficult discussion planner. So it might be a little bit hard to read on there, but you know, ultimately you've got access to those tools available for you. And I think there's about 20 on there now, and that's going on all the time. So there's new tools getting added all the time. The other thing is you've got the replays of Q&A Thursday, which is fantastic. Hi, Flick. Hi, Renee. Fantastic to see you guys here. All right, so we're just going through what you have access to. So you've also got the replays of Q&A Thursday. So if you scroll down, you'll see the last two on your unlocking portal are the replays of Q&A Thursday and the tool suite. So the last two little topics down the bottom there. So make sure you scroll down and you've got access to those as well. They're open to you from day one. So please feel free to get in there and have a bit of a play. All right, so we've gone through some of the tools. There's some really good tools gone up. The latest tool that went up was the 50 miracle questions around coaching. So that's all about, it gives you 50 questions that you can ask when you're having one-on-ones with your team members. So, you know, rather than them hearing you talk all the time, we want to encourage that collaboration between the two of you. So to do that, we want to ask some really good open questions that get those discussions happening, and you can have those quality conversations. So the 50 minutes gives you a bank of questions that you can pull out 3 or 4 of them, stick them in your head, and at any time you can roll them out. So there's lots of different scenarios where you can use those questions, and I think they're brilliant. So make sure you download that one. It's a really good one. Okay, so you've got your Expert Secret series as well. So this is a number of interviews that I've done with experts along the way. We've got some that are still being edited at the moment and they need to be uploaded, but there's definitely on your module 1, you've got, I think my first one was with Katrina Boyle, who has done authored books on leadership. She's also on the speaking tour at the moment, going around talking about leadership and specifically more about women in leadership positions, but it's certainly some great gems in there for all of us to take on board. And then the second one, so when you open module 2 opens up, I also spoke to a brilliant lady called Gina Brooks, who is also on the board of leadership here in SA. They have big leadership awards. She goes out and judges and all that sort of stuff. So she's been around for a long time in this industry and had some brilliant stuff to share with us. So, and as you go on, you'll see some more. So just be aware that those are available to you every time a new module opens up. And worth a watch. So have a little bit of a watch when you can, because it saves me just speaking to you all the time. Then you've got your live coaching, the Q&A Thursdays, which is what we're in today. So make sure you take advantage of those. If you can't get on there live because you might be on an afternoon shift or a day shift or a night shift or something that doesn't get you there, absolutely the replays will be there available to you. So this is something, an option that you can certainly do. We've tried to make them later in the week so you can get all your meetings out the way at the first half of the week, and we've tried to make it over a lunchtime. So at least you can sit there with your sandwich and your coffee and have a bit of a listen if you get the chance to do so. Because there's always things happening here. There's always more things we're introducing, and obviously topics that we cover quite a bit of too. So if you've got any questions for Q&A Thursday, there's 3 ways that you can get those questions to me. You can either ask me questions directly here using the comments bar down on the bottom right-hand side. Ask me whatever you like. Now, some people have put questions up there and it's been great. Some people are a little bit hesitant to do that because they don't necessarily want everyone else to see their question. So that's why there's another option there, and that is to send your question to ask@teamleadertoolkit.com, and we will answer your question within 24 hours. But then we will ask your permission to see if we can put it on the webinar as well, because if you've asked that question, you can bet your bottom dollar there's other people out there that has the same question. So so that's the second way. And then the third way is get onto the secret Facebook page, so the Unlocking Portal Facebook page, and ask the question there. So my team are always on that Facebook page, so you'll be able to look up some things there as well. So there's another option for you as well. All right, so what else have we got? Let's have a look. All right, so Module 1 on the Unlocking Portal. This is really exciting for those newbies. For those that have been around for a while, you've seen this already. So I'd love to hear your thoughts and insights about what you felt when you first started with us. So the Discover Me is Module 1. It's all about building your own self-awareness. So what sort of leader are you? What sort of learner are you? How do you take on information? Why do you react in certain ways in certain instances? Are you a reflector? Are you an activist? Are you, all those sorts of things. And these are really, really important to know, because what we want to do is we want to diminish any blind spots that we might have. So, for example, if you are a reflector, and you will find out whether you are a reflector through this Discover Me, then you will feel really uncomfortable if people put you on the spot without any sort of warning. So if you find yourself in a meeting or in a environment where there's lots of people, and your boss might say to you, okay, Jenny, stand up and give us a presentation on what you've been working on. If you're a reflector, you will find that really, really uncomfortable, because you want to be able to give yourself thinking time, to be able to plan, to be able to, put your best foot forward. If you're an activist, you'll jump up and go, I'm just going to wing it. So there's lots of different things that make you react in certain ways. And once you know this, then you can go back to your leaders or bosses or whatever and say, listen, I'd love to help you out and give you a presentation, but just give me a couple of days warning, because I want to do the best that I can to make sure that everybody gets the information they need. So then you can prepare for stuff like that, And also what it does is opens your eyes up to the different types of people that you might have on your team. You might find you have theorists, you might have pragmatists, you might have activists, you might have reflectors as well. So then you'll be able to change your approach to suit their needs. So really, really important for you to have a look at this one. Not only for your own self-awareness and to get rid of some of those blind spots, but also to make you realise how different people take on different information and how we can leverage off their strengths and make them feel more comfortable in doing the roles that we want them to do. So have a look at that one. Now, the one that probably holds people up a little bit is the 360-degree feedback. So I'd love to know how you've gone with that. Sometimes there's some prizes coming back. Sometimes it's not so much of a surprise. There's going to be some great stuff that comes back. There's going to be stuff that will make you do a bit of a double take and a think, and that's all okay. It's all about feedback is a gift, and it's about what you can take on. So absorb it, have a look at it. I have specifically asked those people that you told to get the 360-degree feedback from, I specifically asked them not to be nice, but to be honest. Because nice, if it was an acronym, means not interested enough to care. So not interested to care enough. That's what it is, not interested to care enough. So I want people to be interested in your development. I want people to be able to care about you as a person and you as your growth journey through leadership. So therefore, I've asked them not to be nice, but I've asked them to be honest, because then you can take that feedback on and then you can alter things accordingly if you feel the need. So it might be a little bit harsh, but I think it's something that we can all absorb together, and it's something that your mentor will take you through as well. So it's actually a gift, and you'll thank me for it later on. Now, it's really important that you do that, right, that 360-degree feedback tool, because what we do at Module 12, we're actually going to repeat that. So then you're going to see the difference that that journey has had for you. What sort of things have you been able to get better at and all those sorts of things. And that will be reflected in your feedback, because we can self-assess how we think we're going, but really it's that perception of others that makes us realize if our intentions are matching our perceptions. So anyway, make sure you do that. So you've got Discover Me at the moment, a lot of you. Some of you are well past this, but feel free to go back and have another crack at things. I do a lot of those surveys on a regular basis. Some I do once a year, some I do once every 2 years, because I think it's really well worth it. So make sure you have a look at that one. So these are the things that you've got opening up to you. Remember, you've got all those introductory things too, the welcome. So it tells you all about the Q&A Thursdays. It tells you about the tool suite, tells you about the unlocking portal and all those things that you need. So make sure you read those and watch those videos. None of them are over 3 minutes, I don't think. They're all sort of really short, sweet, and to the point. So have a look at them when you get the chance. So what can you do for me? So what I really love from all of my Toolkit Masters is feedback. So if there's something that you wish you had, or if there's something that you wished was changed or tweaked or whatever, then please feel free. I am a big lover of feedback. I absorb it. I love it. I take it on board and I tweak things as necessary. So for example, I was with some ego people just last week. Was it? Yes, last week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday last week. And I had some great feedback, specifically from me, Lynn, and a few others gave me some feedback that she would love to have all the text that are on the modules. She would love to have like a student workbook or something that she could download. So watch this space. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. But feedback is a gift, okay? So please feel free. That what you can do for me is give me the feedback. If you love something, tell me you love it. I'll keep it in there. If you want me to tweak something, tell me. If you need a particular tool, tell me. It took me ages to get the one-on-one template up there because I was pushing back. And then I got so much feedback about, yes, we want a one-on-one template, that I ended up doing one for you guys. So whatever you want, just let me know and we'll get it done. Okay. And also, I was in Melbourne last week, and I was getting some video testimonials for some brilliant clients that we've had for some time in the program. And so a big thank you to those people for helping us out with that. It's been absolutely brilliant. We've peeled some videos off there, and they've been absolutely fantastic. So thank you for that. And what I'll be doing is I'll be putting it out there. If anybody else wants to give us a testimonial, then I'll fly over to you. Let's sit down. Let's get it done. So please feel free if that's something that you would like to do. If it's something that's made it, if Team Leader Toolkit has made a difference to you, if it's helped you along the way and you want to recommend this to others, then please feel free to give me a call or drop me a line or here and say, hey, I'd love to do a testimonial. We'll fly up. I'll bring my video crew with me and we will get it done. So that's just something I wanted to reiterate to you guys. And so what's coming? Well, I might have just let the cat out of the bag, but we did get some feedback that people wanted sort of workbooks downloaded, and then they could put it in a file, and those people that are more oriented can actually have something, but those that are kinesthetic too can actually hold something in their hand rather than just reading it off the screen. I'm working on that for you right now, so watch this space. We are going to get that done. We are absolutely in the midst of getting those workbooks made up, and we will use them as soon as they're ready for download. We will start from module 1 and we'll work our way backwards. Chat with you guys, and then we'll be able to pass you, and then you can download those. So go out, get yourself a folder, get one from work, get one from the stationery cupboard, whatever, and start getting ready, because we will have the workbooks for you very, very soon. So thank you again for those guys that gave me that feedback. It's coming your way. You asked for it, we're giving it to you. Okay, so thank you again. See, feedback is a gift. Love it. All right. So I think that's it. What's course? So for those that have just started on module 1, the 30 days after you actually started that module 1 and got logged in and signed in, 30 days, and you will open module 2, which is Discover My Team. So it's all about expectations, discussion with your managers, with your boss. You're going to be doing something similar with your team. You're going to be telling them what your expectations are of them, and they're going to tell you what they need from you as their leader. And I think that's really, really important, because we like to presume that we know and assume certain things, and can't be further from the truth. All that on the table. You're also going to find out what the areas of strengths and weaknesses are from your team members, and that's really important to know, because then you can leverage off their strengths for certain roles. So if you've got a project coming down the pipeline and it's all about you know, IT, computer stuff, starting a webinar, whatever it is, look at the strengths of your teams and go, you know what, Jimmy is brilliant with computers, he's brilliant with tech, and he's really passionate about it. I'm going to give him this project. So it's really, really important that you know the strengths of your teams and you can leverage off those. And knowing the weaknesses enables us to be able to show development areas on how we can build on those. All right, you're also going to be creating a team vision, and I hear you all groan, but you know, this is so important, and it's not necessarily important for you, but it's important for your team that they all have the same purpose moving forward. They've all got a clear vision of where they need to be in that period of time forward. So we're going to be creating a team vision, and we're going to do it together. And then we're going regularly, you should meet with your team. And it depends on everybody's circumstances, but I give you some ideas on how regular you should hold meetings with your team members. And I'm talking about one-on-one meetings as well as big team meetings. So hopefully that will help you guys. So that's what's coming for those that haven't yet done it. And for those that have, feel free to let me know what your thoughts are on it, because feedback on this one. All right, so what else have we got? That's it. That's it. So it's really over to you guys to ask me any questions that you might have. So while you're thinking, I'm going to stop this slide presentation and bring you back. And nice. Okay, so you're back with me. Fantastic. So I don't think that there's anything else that we need to go over with regards to any new members that have come online. If there is anything else that you need to know about or you have questions about, feel free to ask me now if you've got any questions. Alternative at the ask@teamleadertoolkit.com email, and we will get back to you pretty much straight away. The other thing is you can get onto the Facebook site and ask there as well. But if you've got any questions right now of me, whether it be on the unlocking portal itself, on Team Leader Toolkit program, whether you're having issues with your team right now, whatever it may be, feel free to ask me any question that you might have. Over to you. Do you have a question for me? I will let you have a think about it for a couple of seconds. I'm just making sure that you're all still online. I think you are. It's all good. Felicity is all good. Excellent. Renee, what about yourself? Got any questions for me? All good from Renee. What about Sam? All right. Now, you might have heard me say this before, but I take a while to actually sign off, because once someone asks me a question just as I hit the end recording button and I didn't get to answer it, so I'm a little bit hesitant now to do that too quickly. But I think we're all good. All right. Excellent. Well, thank you, guys. Thanks for joining me. And remember, we've got some great stuff on for next week. We've had some great questions. Just for an example of some of the questions. All right. So we had Kim write, I'm finding doing the 360-degree feedback very confronting. Does it have to be that many questions? That was a good one. So it's 10 questions, and it's preferable that we do all 10 questions, mainly because we'll be doing those same 10 questions in 12 months' time. So to be able to measure apples with apples and oranges with oranges, it's probably ideal to keep the feedback tool the way it is. And we wrote to Kim and we spoke to her about that, and I think she's feeling a little bit better with that. Jason wrote, I only have a small team. Can I just ask them for feedback rather than put out the questionnaire? So we had a chat to Jason, and he said he was willing to share this with us. And he's actually going to give them the questionnaire, because we talked about people being able to take the questionnaire home, have a think about it. If they're reflectors, this is what they need. They need time to be able to absorb the information and reflect on it before they actually put the information down on paper. So rather than being put on the spot about, right, give me some feedback. So Jason and I had a bit of a chat about that, and that's all good. Okay, Michael said he liked doing the survey on how he took on information. He found out he was a theorist. So there's not so many theorists. I think there was a lot of reflectors that I saw, but not so many theorists. So he wanted to do that with his team. He thought it was really good, and he wanted to do that with his team, or is it coming later? So we had a bit of a chat about that. And he knows now that he can do it with his team right there and then, but it is coming later down on this that module 2 as well. They've got some surveys to do with your team then too. So some fantastic questions got asked. Well done, everybody. And we will keep the questions coming. We will answer them as soon as we get them. And with your permission, we will put them on the webinar as well. So without further ado, I won't take any more of your time up. Enjoy your lunch. Have a fantastic rest of the week. And we will catch up with you on Q&A Thursday next week. All right. So bye for now. See ya. Bye.